Turn-based combat. A game style where one opponent will move while the other one waits, and then the roles reverse so they both have an equal shot. A great way to encapsulate this game style is to look at most board games. One player will move, then the other one will move, and this goes on and on until somebody meets the agreed upon goal that means you win. And just like with board games, video games also develop their turn-based niche. Just think of games like Pokemon, Persona 5, Mario and Rabbids even. They all kind of follow the same formula. You and your opponent trade punches until somebody's health bar drops to 0. Well, all except Undertale. You see, back in 2015, a man named Toby Fox decided to create a game that would revolutionize this formula and make people who typically don't even like turn-based combat into fans. So I thought I would put in a review of this 8-year-old game whose music still lives rent-free in my head. But this isn't just any normal review, because today, I'm going to be reviewing it using baseball. When you open up Undertale, you're quickly greeted with the simplistic art style and a bunch of new lovable characters. Let's call them your team, your comrade in arms. And just like in baseball, you have many choices that can affect how your teammates perceive you, whether or not they like you. Like, you can be kind to your teammates and say, "Good job, champ, you played your best, I'm proud of you," aka acting in Undertale. Or you can say, "The heck was that? You call that baseball?" and smack them in the face. The problem is, if you smack your teammates enough, they end up dying. So you want to be good. At least for your first playthrough, you want to be good. That way you can have maximum emotional damage for when you stab them in the back later. Instead of just regular combat, you have the option to act and spare. It's like one of your teammates comes up to you trying to swing at you, and instead of fighting back, you tell them calmly that you like their hat. Kinda catches them off guard enough that they stop being aggressive and let you spare them. Basically, this game is therapy simulator. You have to meet everyone's emotional needs. Now it's time for the meat and potatoes. No, not spaghetti, potatoes. You've already decided to be a team player. You show good sportsmanship and it's paying off. Look at all these friends you have. If only they were real. So now it's time to talk about the bases. We've got first base, which is the Snowden arc. We've got second base, which is the Undyne arc. And we've got third base, which is everything else. Once you initially hit the ball and finish the tutorial, you end up in a snowy town full of monsters. Yay, Christmas. You meet a couple teammates who are trying to kill you, but then you slowly persuade them to not kill you and stuff you into a lab tube. Now that's first base, my favorite base, because you get to meet my favorite character, Samus. Next you get to second base, which is where you meet the fish lady herself. She tries to kill you for a while, but eventually warms up to you when she sees you save a little boy's life. You're welcome, by the way. Then you guys go out to her place and cook spaghetti. Bam, second base finished. Now comes the third base, and here's where things get a bit trickier. You see, in baseball, the goal of the opposing team is to get you out. But if there's more than one person on a base, then their focus shifts to prioritize the person who's closest to home. And unfortunately, at this point in the game, the bases are loaded, so all guns are pointed on you. You must make it through the lab, befriend Alphys, do some fun puzzles, crash a plane, fight a spider lady, take Sans on a date, beat Mettaton again but hotter, tour our house similar to the one at the start of the game but while getting an exposition dump, explore the depths, meet Asgore, and then finally, you've made it home. Or you can see home. See it over there in the distance? Yeah, that's home. But just before you can make it, the catcher, who is the one who catches the ball when you get a strike, stands up and grabs your bat. A person you thought you could trust, a helpless flower, steals your baseball bat and becomes a rainbow sword goat, who unfortunately not only wants to stop you from making it home, but also wants to send you to your home in the form of heaven. But just like all the practice you spend on your teammates, you can talk him down too. And you can even make him cry. Look at that little baby. Suck those tears, be a man. Monster man. And that's when your whole team reunites with you on the field and you take your last steps home together. And you all make it to the surface. Monsters and humans reunited once again. Now time for the genocide run. The genocide run is basically where you run around knocking everybody out with your baseball bat, even your own teammates. You massacre, and once they're all knocked out, you finish them off with a good curveball to the groin, aka an off-guard or betrayal kill. Lastly, you finish off with the catcher, who you gladly smack down. But that's when the umpire enters the field. Sans, the man you thought of as a joke up until now. Apparently the catcher was his little brother, so now he seeks you, and the umpire is no joke. The umpire is the one who enforces the rules, which essentially means he's the one who can break all the rules and destroy your expectations. He gives you one last challenge. Run around all the bases and get to home or die. But that's when the umpire lifts his fingers and makes a cross and 40 shadow clones appear. He grabs all the infinity stones and makes all the bases grow wings and start flying around like in Harry Potter. This is gonna be hard. Fortunately, you've had a secret weapon this whole time. You can reload old saves, essentially starting your baseball career over but with the knowledge from your previous career. So you play ball, and you die. A lot, just like in regular baseball. This umpire is virtually unstoppable. You just try and try and try, but you just can't get past him. But you keep trying, because you're filled with determination. And eventually, the umpire gets tired. Exhausted, he goes to take a nap. That's when you little evil turd, grab a vintage Babe Ruth signed baseball, and you throw the best curveball of your life. And you aim it right at his forehead, just like some real David and Goliath situation. But that's when he wakes up and starts to taunt you. Look at what you've done. You did it. There was a whole reality where you made a team and Together you made it through all the bases and home, but now you've messed it all up. Greed? Maybe lust? Something inside you said kill, and you obeyed it. Now you suffer. Regardless, you made it home. If only there was a way to reset and do the pacifist ending instead. Wait, I got it! I'll just reset and do the pacifist ending instead. Ooh, looks like however far you run, you'll never be able to outrun the sins on your back. Get dunked on. And that's about how my last baseball game went. Cardinals versus the Red Sox. Who would have thought Sands would have been there?